Recall, he's been around here before, and they are racing for the Goffs Defender bumper over 2 miles, and the one that goes on is Sierra Scope for Rob James, who took the opener this afternoon. He's on Sierra Scope here for the Henry de Bromhead team. Backrack and Derek O'Connor are second. Mento in the light blue jacket for Ross Sugru is next, and coming through now Casino Chip and Jack Hendrick in the red jacket for the Sean Dole team are next. Just in behind them, Hunt and Boots for the first Jigginstown Silts. Harry Swan is aboard, and then they fan wide. Altesse Du Luy is widest of all, the amount of Patrick Mullins, who's won the race twice as well. Just in the middle of the group is Abbeyglen with the red cap under John Gleeson, alongside the red colours of Birdie Conway, who's also riding amongst a wall of horses with Noble Indulgence down the inside. And then wider out on the inside of Altesse Du Luy, just shuffling for room, is Share a Dream. Also in that group on the outside is Barstool Prophet. Early back markers are Goliath's Son is towards the back of the field, alongside Mastertown Miss. Also towards the back is another previous winning rider, Tacograph and Jody Townend. So they turn at the top of the track, and it's going to be Casino Chip now from the family of Vintage Tipple, who's taken over from Sierra Scope in second, and they're being chased in third by Mento. And just in behind these is Hunt and Boots. Bacharach's on the inside of Dukes, and then just behind these Abbeyglen. Towards the outside next is Share a Dream. Wider again is Altesse Du Luy. And behind Dukes down the inside is a different ball of wax. And this one in turn is in front of Noble Indulgence, is right down the inside. Wide is Mastertown Miss. Further back to Barstool Prophet. Goliath's Sons towards the inside of this one. Just ahead of them, didn't give a mention to Whispered Verdict, who's 3/4 ways back the field under Declan Lavery, who won it a couple of years ago. But out in front, Casino Chip, little strong in front, but they're well behaved for mostly newcomers, Lisa.
They are. I'd imagine Jack Hendricks in the red colours and the white up at the front end. He's probably a little bit reluctant to be where he is. I'd say he would have been happy to get a lead for a bit longer, but Casino Chip has been keen, and he's right to let him go to the front. Obviously the Gigginstown colours, Hunting Butts with the maroon cap and the white star, looks in a nice position as well. They're very well bunched, Richard. They haven't gone overly fast yet either.
Barstool Prophet, the one that drops off them at the back, but it is Casino Chip out of the high class mare Limity who leads them along, being followed by Sierra Scope. Hunting Boots, Mento is next. Bacharach's down the inside of Share a Dream. Noble and next up on the outside is Altesse Du Luy with Abbeyglen. Whispered Verdict is next with Dukes, and then Noble Indulgence down the inside. Goliath's Son is trying to make position in the white jacket behind Birdie Conway. Gilly Island is next in the field, right back to Mastertown Miss, and there towards the back a different ball of waxes also towards the back of the field as they continue along the back straight now. And Casino Chip, the ones that race on the right of your picture, the red cap on the right of picture is Whispered Verdict and Declan Lavery. Also towards the right of the white Jigginstown cap, Altesse Du Luy and Patrick Mullins. They are keeping noticeably wide, but it is out front Casino Chip from Sierra Scope, then Hunt and Boots, and just behind them Mento. Bacharach down the inside. Altesse Du Luy travels up on the outside of Abbeyglen. Share a Dream, and now getting right into contention. Tacograph makes a forward move in front of Whispered Verdict, Birdie Conway. Mastertown Miss, Goliath's Sons come under pressure, so too Dukes and Gilly Island. Noble Indulgence gets a dream run through on the inside, and they've fanned wide, plenty with chances. Leaders in a bit of trouble there.
Yeah, Jack Hendricks looked quite uncomfortable on the front runner in the red, and the white seems to be making it difficult around the bend. But Patrick Mullins on the outside with a difference of opinion with ground. They're spread wide across the track, Richard, and you can see on the inside obviously John Gleeson in the Sean and Bertie and Mullerine Silks, the navy with the red cap, is really getting into contention now.
Yes, it is Abbeyglen in the red cap who's coming to join Sierra Scope, but coming right there too is Tacograph and Jody Townend. Altesse Du Luy, Patrick Mullins, and right behind them Hunt and Boots, trying to stay on Mastertown Miss, who has a bit of previous form under Alan O'Sullivan. But Sierra Scope and Rob James within the centre of the track, Abbeyglen and John Gleeson. Tacograph trying to get to them as well. Mastertown Miss is next with Hunt and Boots, but over on the far side it's Sierra Scope who's trying to fend off Abbeyglen, who's game on the near side and beginning to get to the front, and now staying on Altesse Du Luy down the near side. It's Abbeyglen who's beginning to stretch on from Altesse Du Luy. Sierra Scope is third, but Abbeyglen is staying on well to his task. He's beginning to get a little bit further clear now. There's a good cushion for Abbeyglen. John Gleeson might have been out of luck earlier, but he's just picked up the Goffs Defender bumper for Martin Brassil, and Abbeyglen back in second is Altesse Du Luy, then Tacograph, Sierra Scope. Staying on outside Hunt and Boots was Birdie Conway, then came the early leader Casino Chip with Mastertown Miss, Gilly Island, and then Noble Indulgence was next, and followed in by Goliath's Son, Mento, Whispered Verdict, right back to Bacharach, Dukes, and a different ball of wax, and there in front of Share a Dream. Still coming home is Strategic, and the final finisher will be Barstool Prophet. He was somebody knew something. He was pretty well fancied, and he's come out on top.
He has indeed. Martin Brassil always tees up a nice horse here for the bumpers at the Punchestown Festival, and always has his horses ready for this festival. This horse was in a lovely position for John Gleeson, just behind the main pace most of the way around. He challenged turning for home, and you can see John Gleeson was patient. He didn't commit him completely from 2 furlongs out. He went through the motions, and he got behind and gave him a couple of reminders to ask for a bit more effort, and he generously picked up, and he's hit the line really strongly. It's a really impressive win by this horse. Obviously Tacograph and Jody Townend White Cap Blue has come from the back. Patrick Mullins with the white cap and the Gigginstown colours always prominent enough, and has run well quite in second, but this is a highly impressive performance.
Yeah, Son of No Risk at All, the Dam's Jewel winners, your brother to 5 winners, Grand Sancy and Kescon Risk. He was actually named when he was bought at the Arkle sale Historisk, but the name was changed to Abbeyglen. He's a Son of No Risk at All. Ballincurrig offered him for 160,000 and picked up by Grandeville Racing. He looks a smart one. John Gleeson's with Katie.
Well done, John. That was a really good performance.
Yeah, thanks, Katie. Lovely horse. Fine, big athletic horse. He was doing things nicely at home. Martin and all the lads liked him, and we were hopeful of a good run coming here today.
Martin, he's a fair one to get one ready, but I love the way that he picked up the straight and he went to the fence past the stands to pull up. It looks like he's going to have a very bright future.
Yeah, exactly. I probably got there sooner than I would have liked. I would have liked to lead for longer, but just the way it happened. But in fairness to him, good genuine horse, lovely big ear on him. He's going to be a nice horse for the future.
It did all kind of happen kind of quick, because when Patrick left the back straight, he went off to the outside and the whole thing just opened up.
Yeah, it opened up. I think the horse in front might have been hanging a bit as well, but I got a lovely run through. As I said, this fella's a lovely, big, honest horse, and I know he done it well. Nice performance.
This is a race that every amateur wants to win. The Land Rover, a feature race of today, one of the feature races, and it's great to have a winner here at Punchestown.
Mighty Katie, always great to have a winner here at Punchestown. It's a great week for amateurs, brilliant week for amateurs with loads of races on for us, so to get in the scoreboard here is great.
You were a bit unlucky earlier on your mum and dad's horse, Le Labo. Talk us through it.
Yeah, ran a nice race. He's another horse for the future. Sean got it maybe a little bit easy in front, but I stayed riding my race. Got into a bit of trouble on the bend, clipped the heel, but he ran a lovely race. He's going to be a nice horse for next year, please God. For us.
And you're not finished yet, you've got one for Emmett the bumper.
Yeah, Justify filly in the bumper for Emmett. She'd have run there early on in the year, probably on soft ground, but being by Justify, hopefully on a bit of nicer ground here today, might bring out a bit of improvement.
Have you ever ridden Justify before?
No, first time.
First for everything.
Now you said it, yeah.
Well done, John.
Thanks.
Thanks.